Wake up. Stare at the ceiling. Again. That feeling of something pulling you down, an invisible chain anchoring you to the ground. You look outward, searching for blame, but the truth is, the prison isn't in the walls of your room, nor in the people around you. It's in your mind. And the key to freedom? It has always been in your hand. Imagine a man who, even in slavery, found the purest freedom. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, bequeathed us a timeless truth. It is not events that disturb people, but their opinions about events. How many times have you found yourself a hostage to a script you didn't write? The frustration with a colleague, the irritation in traffic, the anguish you feel. This victim mentality is an invisible anchor that hinders your growth, steals your proactivity, and saps your ability to find real solutions. It convinces us that we are powerless, but in truth, we possess the supreme power, that of choosing our response. In this video, we will unveil 5 ancient Stoic principles to sculpt your inner freedom. They don't promise a world without problems, but an unshakable mind. You will discover how to transform every challenge into a stepping stone, every adversity into a teacher, and rise as the true architect of your existence. If the idea of wielding this responsibility ignites you, comment sovereignty below. Let's uncover together the power that has always been within you. Think about your biggest frustrations. Do they stem from an inability to change what? Traffic? Your boss's mood? Someone else's decision? We dive into a labyrinth of futile attempts to manipulate the uncontrollable, while true power sleeps, untouched, in our hands. You've been directing your strength to shape what is immutable, the outcome of a negotiation, the approval of strangers, the past. Your mind, deceived, believes that if I worry enough, I can influence everything. The consequence? Deep mental exhaustion, a roller coaster of frustration. Every external setback feels like a personal blow. You become a prisoner of illusion, a victim of the inability to discern what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not over external events. Realize this, and you will find your strength." This is the essence of the Stoic dichotomy of control. It urges us to distinguish what is under your control, your choices, judgments, actions, and what is not, the weather, the actions of others, the past. Focus on the former. Accept the latter. The confusion between them is the root of anxiety and victimhood. To apply this today, grab a notebook. Facing any challenge, ask yourself, what can I control here? And what is beyond my reach? For example, if your car breaks down on the way to work, you don't control the breakdown, but you control your reaction. You can choose to call a tow truck, calmly inform your boss, and use the waiting time to read a book. Instead of lamenting bad luck, focus on your actions. This sharp distinction frees you from frustration. You'll notice an immediate decrease in the feeling of helplessness, transforming moments of crisis into exercises in proactivity. When you master this, anxiety dramatically decreases, mental clarity increases, and you direct your energy where it truly matters. You stop being a victim of circumstances to become the master of your reactions, building a solid foundation for any success. Free yourself from what isn't yours. Comment, "My actions are my strength." Mastering the dichotomy is just the beginning. Many stop there, confusing acceptance with inertia. But the true Stoic goes further. They don't just accept, they embrace what comes. And that brings us to the next pillar. Life, with its cruel unpredictability, deals cards you didn't choose. An unexpected layoff, a relationship crumbling, a plan turning to dust. The first reaction is to bang your fist on the table, to rebel. But what if, instead of fighting the current, you learned to dance with it? You cling to the narrative of "it should have been different," corroding your soul with the poison of "what if." Your energy drains away in a futile attempt to rewrite the past or lament the present. This stubborn resistance to what is generates self-inflicted suffering, a mental prison built with the bricks of nonconformity. You feel like a victim of life's twists and turns, unable to perceive that reality, no matter how harsh, is the only starting point for true action. Seneca reminded us, "Fate guides the willing and drags the unwilling." This is the essence of amor fati, the love of fate. It is not passivity, but radical and proactive acceptance of everything that happens, good or bad. See every obstacle not as punishment, but as material for your transformation, an opportunity to forge resilience. It is to love the inevitable, not merely tolerate it. To practice amor fati today, when life presents you with a setback, a delayed flight, an unexpected financial issue, pause. Instead of frustration, ask, "How can this event, however undesirable, serve me? What lesson does it bring? What new door does it open?" A flight delay could be an invitation to read a book or have an unexpected conversation. An unexpected financial issue might force you to reevaluate expenses and create a more robust plan. Embrace reality without judgment. Transform "why me" into "what for." Your adaptability will grow, and victimhood will dissolve like mist in the sun. When you master this, resilience becomes your second nature. You stop seeing adversities as punishments and view them as teachers. Your ability to adapt and thrive in any scenario elevates, building an unshakable strength that propels you forward. Stop fighting what is. Comment, "I embrace my fate." Loving fate doesn't mean being a mere spectator. It means being the sculptor of your soul, using every blow of life to shape something unbreakable. It's about the quality of your being, not the quantity of what you possess. And that brings us to the next Stoic foundation. In a culture obsessed with likes, followers, and the next big acquisition, where do you seek your worth? In external approval? In the shine of what you possess? And when all that fades, what remains? True strength isn't out there. You seek external validation, your boss's approval, the crowd's applause, material wealth. The belief that my happiness depends on what others think or what I possess enslaves you. The result? A persistent emptiness, a restlessness that no achievement fills. You feel like a victim of the world's instability, the inconstancy of opinions, losing your sense of who you truly are when the external shine fades. Epictetus, the Stoic master who lived the reality of slavery, knew that true freedom resides in the mind. He stated, "Do not seek for things to happen as you wish, but wish for things to happen as they do, and you will be happy." For the Stoics, virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, temperance is the only true good. It is the only treasure no one can steal, the foundation for a fulfilling life. It is through it that you become invulnerable to external fluctuations, ceasing to be a victim and becoming your own master. To begin cultivating your virtue today, instead of focusing on what you want, the new car, Focus on who you want to become. Before any decision, ask, am I acting with wisdom, courage, justice, or temperance? If a colleague provokes you, instead of reacting with anger, choose to respond with calm and clarity. If you fear a new challenge, instead of avoiding it, take the first step. With every small choice aligned with your values, you sculpt your character. It's not perfection, but intentional progress. Your self-confidence will grow, and self-respect will be your greatest reward. When you begin to live by virtue, your moral compass will become an unshakable beacon. The frantic search for external approval will cease, replaced by a deep and unwavering self-esteem. Your integrity will be your greatest treasure, and you will stand like a rock amidst the tides of life, immune to fickle opinions and false promises. You will stop being a puppet of others' expectations to become the true sovereign of your soul. Build your inner fortress. Comment, I cultivate my virtue. With the compass of virtue in hand, many still get lost in inertia, reacting instead of creating. But to be a Stoic is to be an architect, not a spectator. It's about sculpting your day with purpose. And that brings us to the next pillar. Do you feel dragged along by the day's current, reacting to every email, notification, and external demands? Like a rudderless boat, you move, but without direction. Life in this whirlwind seems to happen to you, not by you. It's time to anchor your will. You confuse busyness with productivity, filling your schedule with purposeless tasks. The belief that always being busy is progress traps you. The result? Chronic exhaustion, a feeling of stolen time, and frustration for not advancing your goals. You feel like a victim of a lack of time, of overwhelm, when the truth is, a lack of intention keeps you bogged down in inertia. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, warned in his Meditations, "Do not live as if you have 10,000 years before you. Death is over your head. While you are alive, while you are able, become good." This is the Stoic prohairesis, deliberate and purposeful action. Every moment is an invitation to act with reason and virtue. It's not about doing more, but doing what truly matters, aligned with your highest self. Be the architect of your day, not a mere spectator. To inject purpose into your day, start each morning by defining a master intention. Ask, what is the most important action that, if done today, will bring me one step closer to my larger goal? For example, instead of checking emails, define responding to crucial emails for Project X. If it's something passive, like scrolling through a feed, ask, is this aligned with my intention? If not, redirect. Every action should have a clear why. You'll notice a 40% reduction in procrastination and a remarkable increase in the sense of control over your time. When you master this, each day becomes a canvas where you paint your life with purpose. You stop being dragged by circumstances and become the active architect of your destiny. Your proactivity increases, and you experience a deep sense of control and fulfillment, overcoming victimhood due to inertia. Stop reacting. Comment, I create my day. Building with purpose is essential, but even the most skilled architect makes mistakes. The difference lies in how they learn from every crooked line, every faulty calculation. True growth doesn't lie in never falling, but in rising wiser. And that brings us to our last pillar. Have you ever ended a day feeling it was just another one? A meaningless sequence of events, devoid of learning? The same mistakes repeat? The same thoughtless reactions? You live on autopilot, but life's journey isn't meant to be traveled with your eyes closed. You avoid confronting your own behavioral patterns, believing that what's done is done. The belief that ignoring problems will make them disappear prevents you from extracting valuable lessons. The result? A cycle of repetitions, always reacting the same way to old triggers, reinforcing the feeling of victimhood due to an inability to change. You condemn yourself to relive the same sufferings by refusing to look within. Seneca practiced a daily examination. When the light has been removed and my wife, already aware of my habit, has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and review my deeds and words. This is the essence of the Stoic journal. It's not a luxury, but a necessity. It allows you, with reason, to identify successes and failures and plan improvements. It is the most powerful tool to break the cycle of victimhood, transforming every experience into a catalyst for continuous growth and learning. To implement the Stoic journal today, set aside 10 minutes before bed. In a notebook, reflect on 1. What did I do well? Where did I act with virtue? 2. Where did I fall short? Where did I lose control? 3. How can I improve tomorrow? What specific action? For example, if you reacted with impatience, note the trigger and plan a calmer response. This constant self-assessment will give you clarity, reducing error recurrence by up to 50% and transforming each day into a valuable lesson for your evolution, eradicating victimhood through repetition. When you master this, self-knowledge deepens, and you accelerate your learning exponentially. You stop making the same mistakes and become an attentive observer of your own mind, transforming every experience, good or bad, into a stepping stone for your evolution. Victimhood is replaced by continuous and intentional growth. Look within. Comment, I reflect and evolve. We've reached the end of a journey to eradicate the victim mentality. We've recapped 5 Stoic pillars, unmasking the illusion of external control, focusing on what is yours, loving what is, amor fati, accepting and transforming every setback, building the unshakable shield of virtue, your inner fortress, acting with purpose and intention, being the architect of your day, and using the mirror of the soul, the journal, to constantly refine your being. These are the tools for your freedom. You are no longer a leaf carried by the wind. You are the deep-rooted tree that bends but does not break. You've ceased to be a victim of circumstances to become the conscious architect of your character. Your mind, once a battlefield, is now a sanctuary of serenity and purpose. The fear of the uncontrollable has dissolved, replaced by the quiet strength of acceptance and deliberate action. You don't wait for luck, you forge it, moment by moment, with the wisdom of the Stoics. If this message resonated and ignited the flame of responsibility, leave a like so more souls can discover this sovereignty. Comment below which of the 5 pillars you will build first. Your experience can inspire. Share this video with those seeking this freedom. And to continue forging your unshakable mind, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Together, we are stronger. Remember, true strength isn't in the walls, but in the mind. Build your inner empire.